Hi, this is Tim Seibold from the Seibold Group at Coldwell Banker Regan. It's time for another Shawnee Spotlight. We wanted to get outside because the weather's beautiful and turning nice, so we came to Family Tree Nursery. This is one of 3 locations of a family-owned nursery, and they're doing things right. We know real estate. These guys know everything there is to know about grass, plants, trees, flowers, all of it. Let's go inside and meet them. All right, so we're inside now with Jesse. It's a 3rd generation owner-operator.
Yep.
What brought you guys to Shawnee?
Well, you know, Family Tree Nursery started about 55 years ago at our Overland Park location, and as my grandpa got that up and going, it was about 20 years old, and this property became available, and so he wanted to open a 2nd location here in Shawnee, and so he opened this one about 35 years ago.
And it's expanded, you guys. When I was a little kid, it was about here over, and now they take up the whole block. What kind of services do you guys have here?
Yeah, so at Family Tree we do a full line of, trees and shrubs, house plants, succulents, annuals for your yard, perennials, water plants even, vegetables, herbs, and then we also have our retail store. It's got all the fertilizers and soils, compost, tools, and we even have a kind of a home decor section that has, decorations and really cool pottery and some wall stuff, candles, that fun stuff.
Yeah,
so
it's good. And also, one of the things that I know my wife has capitalized on, your guys' services with people with bad plants or bugs and things like that. What can you guys do about that?
Yeah, we really like to try to be a horticultural resource center, and what that really looks like is, there's a lot of information online, but there's also a lot of bad information online.
Yeah.
So what we try to do is really encourage people to bring us in like a sample of a weed from your yard if you're not sure what it is, or a plant that's got bugs, or if you just got a sick and unhealthy plant, taking some pictures, or if it's a small house plant, bring it in, let us look at it. We'll help you problem solve, diagnose, figure out what's going on, and help get you the tools to be successful moving forward.
Yeah, and that's huge, especially if you pay good money for your plant. So the other thing is your landscaping outside. If you don't know what to plant in a certain spot of your lawn, bring these guys a picture, right?
Yeah, so we always encourage people to just take a picture of the different areas and maybe take a few measurements if you want. I mean, we can tell a lot from a picture. And if you got some measurements and you got your pictures, we can give you ideas on like what to plant, how many of something to plant, and be really aware of your lighting. Lighting is huge. Our conversation with what plants to plant starts with what kind of light do you have, because there's certain plants that need full sun and there's certain that need more shade. And so, we see a picture, we know how much lighting you got, we know how big the bed is, we can give you just a ton of ideas, walk you around, show you the different plants, and really help you out and help you be successful.
Yeah, and that's great. As you guys can see from the pictures we showed earlier, they've got about anything you can put in the ground here. I know you guys have events all year long. What are some of those? What's new and exciting around here in the Shawnee store?
Yeah, the Shawnee store has really kind of had a new birth this year. We added in a cafe up in the front of our store called Cafe Equinox, and so it's a full coffee shop. They've got every kind of coffee and tea drink you can imagine, and fresh pastries and stuff from a couple local bakeries, and that's been really fun. And then, a big part of what we're doing nowadays is a lot of media through Facebook and Instagram, and so we do a lot of cool events throughout the year, and we really promote and push that through our social media outlets. And so if you're following us on that, in the fall we do a big fall festival, and we'll have live music and like a big straw maze and a petting zoo. It's all free. Our goal is just to get families in here and have a good time, be a part of the community.
Yeah.
We do a free Santa Day, usually like that first weekend in December, and I think you guys have been here for that.
It's a very legitimate Santa.
Mr. and Mrs.
This is the real deal.
They especially come to Family Tree, and they go to all 3 of our stores, but we usually have them here like that first weekend of December sometime. So
it's legitimate. We still come, and our kids are going away to college. So
what's crazy is they're the only Santa and Mrs. Claus I've ever sat on, and so they've been coming here for probably a good 30 to 40 years, and literally since I was a baby I got pictures with them, and it's the only guy I've ever sat on. He's like, I see another Santa, I'm like, you're not the real Santa.
No, he's here at Family Tree. You guys got to come check him out. They also do something special in the fall with the coffee shop. What do you do there?
Yeah, so it's called Kappa Equinox because you got a equinox in mid-September and mid-March, and it's that time between then when everything's dormant, dead outside, and everybody's kind of going into hibernation mode, that the greenhouse is insanely alive, you know, because in here it's always 70 degrees, bright, warm, humid. So we take like half of the greenhouse and turn it into like a seating. It's basically a tropical park.
That's
and
fantastic.
Absolutely gorgeous in here. So it's really fun.
Well, and it won't feel like winter if you're in here in the middle of the winter and you got some plants around and some good coffee. So don't miss these guys. Come see them. Third generation family, longtime Shawnee friend of ours. They're at 71st and Neiman on the west side of the road. You can't miss it. Give them a try. You won't regret it. Thank you.
Thanks.